Hello everyone, your favorite cobbler is back with some more Halo Reach, and today I'm gonna be doing this extensive thoughts on Halo Reach. So I want to start this off by, going through what's new from, Halo 3 to Halo Reach, and some of these things are armor abilities like armor lock, jetpack, sprint, evade, camouflage, hologram, all these, and people have been having mixed feelings about these armor abilities for a long time, and especially like camouflage and what's it called, armor lock. And yes, they are annoying at times, but at the same times, Bungie tried to take Halo Reach in a new direction, and not have the third Halo like the Halo 4, like Halo 2 and Halo 3 are pretty similar, so they wanted to make something different. So I applaud that effort. But yeah, armor lock slows down the gameplay a lot. If you can sit in armor lock for like 6 seconds, just sit there, that's way too much. So they gotta tweak down a little, but it's not a big issue. Everyone can use the armor ability. As for camouflage, that gets real annoying if you're playing, let's say, Rumble Pit, and you have one guy with camouflage, and all the dots pop up, and then you don't even know if there's a guy, not using camouflage, just sprinting up to one of the dots, and you just get really confused. So I think they should take that out completely from the game. As for sprint and evade, those are my favorites, and you can move around the map a lot, quicker than you could otherwise. Evade is good for, moving short distances very fast, and sprint is for longer distances, a little bit slower. And some new weapons in Halo Reach, including like DMR, needle rifle, plasma launcher, focus rifle, grenade launcher. Those are the ones in matchmaking. And of course the DMR and the needle rifle play a significant role here because they're the main, precision weapons. Instead of the BR you have the DMR here. So, and what I think about the DMR is I like the fact that it's one shot and not the randomized BR spread that it was in Halo 3. So you have that one shot and you want to connect that to the other guy, so I like that. And pacing with bloom is a good idea, but as you all know, it fails a little since people can get away with just spamming the trigger when they're close to mid-range, and that way kill you way faster and you can kill them by pacing your shots. So basically, if you're just gonna have to try it out and sometimes just spam the trigger, because it's not perfect, and this isn't a great thing for competitive play, but for casual play this works out well, because most of the time those who spam way too much, they don't even think about pacing it a little, so you'll win the battle. And then we have the no bleed through, which is just BS. This means that if you shoot a guy 3 times and beat him, and while you're doing that, the other guy beats you once, and after that, it's like you both just beat each other once, but in reality you've shot the other guy 3 times. Like in Halo 3, at least in MLG, if you shot 2 BR shots at a guy and then beat him down, you could kill a guy. Instead, if we would go into like Halo Reach, it would be like 4, BR shots killed somebody. So like if you shot 3 times and beat him, he would still just be 1 shot. And that's the difference. Alright, then we have some new vehicles, Revenant and Starfighter. And the Revenant's pretty cool. It's like a combination of a Ghost and a Braid. And you'll see it being used in this gameplay I'm showing you guys now. Not by myself, but by other teammates and stuff. And the Starfighter was really fun to use. It's on one of the, what's it called, last something of Night of Solids, where you're up in space and are defending Anchor 9 from Covenant forces. That's pretty cool. And then we have the new feature, Bloom, as I already mentioned before, and In practice, this doesn't always work, but it was a good idea to implement in the game, because now it took out the, trying to control your BR spread of 3 bullets, and instead put it into, pacing your shots, and taking out, like, strafing was a big deal in Halo 3, but in Halo Reach, it's not that much about that anymore, since it's more about actually, accurately hitting every shot, like, one shot, left and right. But yeah, Bloom, the problem with Bloom is it's kind of random and luck based, at least on close to mid-range. And most of the times, for me at least, it doesn't work at all, If I'm right next to a guy and I spam just because that's the appropriate thing to do when you're close range, I don't get anything done. But then you run into someone at mid-range and I pace my shots and the other guy gets my shields down just as fast by just spamming the trigger. So it's a bit bad, at least for competitive play. It doesn't work because of the randomized factor there, but it's a good thing for casual play because it does, in general, favor the guys who can pace their shots. And then we have some slight changes they made, at least what I've noticed, that the grenades are way more powerful than they were in Halo 3. And this means you can actually, if you're like shields down and you have a grenade next to you, you're dead. In Halo 3 you could run away, jump away from these, and this is another slight problem. The grenades aren't exactly more powerful in the sense, but in Halo 3 you could jump higher, which meant you could get further away from the actual grenade, and then the walking speed was also faster. Even though you have sprint and evade, it's still kind of hard to get away from those nades. And then the rockets, they're just insane. As you might have seen on my channel in the past when I had some Slayer gameplay up when I went to town with the rockets. If you get hit anywhere near, like in let's say a couple meters radius, which is, I don't know, like 10 feet, you're dead. It's like not even funny. And then we have a little new feature to help with lag. This is the also known as the killed thingy. For example, you sniped someone and he pummeled you. You kill each other with that. Well, it's like, what? If I sniped you in the head, how can you beat me down? It's like, ooh. So yeah. And then you can also get a bolt through medal when you shoot a sword guy, for example with shotgun, but you still die from sword lunge. And according to the bolt through medal, it's you kill someone when they are in the sword lunge, which means they should be dead when they come, up close to you. But because in Halo Reach there's like a half a second window for the other guy to kill you after you killed him, or vice versa, to it be, resulting in a killed. So this means even though I got the bolt through medal, he can still kill me with the sword. And yes, this is a little frustrating, but it's also a good thing, because people with a worse connection than the average always, lose in these close situations where you're killing each other, kills, and both one shot and who gets the first shot off on the other guy, and it usually goes to the player with the better connection. But this helps, that out. But it also helps crappy players out who aren't fast enough, to react. I play a lot of SWAT, and in SWAT, it's like the faster you react and are able to put the accurate headshot on, the better. And if I can do that in, let's say, 0.2 seconds, another guy can do that in 0.4 seconds, that means we're gonna kill each other, both like a trade. But in reality, I'm actually, better than him. So this is you can get like 5 to 6 in kills in SWAT per game when it's at its worst. but you're just gonna have to take it and, you know, see where it goes. And as long as you're leading, a trade isn't all that bad. Alrighty. So I think this is a good thing, but at the same time, it also, well, I guess it's good that worse players are helped out so they don't quit out and rage quit, so, you know. And now, what I want to talk the most about is the maps. And I see we're just over 10 minutes, so I don't think I'll be able to get all of this in this one gameplay. Alrighty, the maps. Boardwalk. This is a great map with the top control being essential. For the Slayer, Team Slayer, Slayer Pro, Slayer whatever, the top spawn has better general positioning. And this is because at least in Slayer Pro and like Slayer and Slayer DMRs, you have the bottom rockets down bottom, and if you go down the stairs from Cafe Square spawn, you can actually nade the whole bottom mid area where the other team is supposed to come in for the rockets, which means you can chuck a nade in chokehold, and the other team is gonna be dead or low shield, and you're gonna have the rockets, so there's nothing really they can do. And since you get the rockets, plus both teams have a sniper, you have the advantage right off the bat. And here's a little sneaky with Warthog. I thought there was a beat down from the back, but apparently not. Moving on. For SWAT and snipers, the Boardwalk map is just amazing. One of my favorites. So good job, Bungie. Because without power weapons there, it's just awesome. Then we have Boneyard, which is a big team / invasion map, and I haven't played it a lot since I don't play invasion, nor it doesn't come up in big team all that much. But what I've been able to figure out is, at least when you're playing invasion on Boneyard, it's very easy for the humans to defend this. Even the first zone is very easy, but at least the last one, because you get rockets and everything, and they have to come inside and get the flag out of there, or core, I mean. So it's just easy to defend, at least the last one. And this map looks just gorgeous, so good job, Bungie. Then we have Countdown. Where to begin? Let's camp in the vent corner, shall we? Yeah. Or what's our game plan, Will? Let's go up top and camp in the corner, huh? Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty much what happens on the Countdown. You sit in the corners, at least in SWAT and snipers, and you get map control by doing that. In Slayer, it's more about sitting in corners with swords and shotguns. So, yeah, it's kind of ridiculous that just by sitting up top in those corners, you can pretty much dominate the other team, because they have to come to you if you have the lead. So, it's a loophole. And the problem why it's so easy to defend in those corners is that you only have 4 ways to come up, or 4 real ways. You have the 2 lifts to pipe vent and the tech vent, and you can easily just check these. And you have the stairwells on both sides coming up, so you can pretty much check those all out. And now I see we're already about 40 minutes, and I won't go into the next map at all, which would be Fort War, and I'll just commentate what you're seeing on the screen. And that analog Mac guy, he was camping at first. He was like 12-0. Nexian called him out, and I was like, yeah, I got him. And after that, I just killed him 7 times. And I want you guys to pay attention to the last shot here. It's like 4 seconds left, and am I gonna get a kill? Bam, son! The driver gets it in the head. Thanks for watching. Part 2 coming soon.